Better Call Saul co-creator Peter Gould addresses whether Jimmy and Kim ever see each other again after the series finale. Saul Goodman did not properly appear in his own show until the very last season, as the Breaking Bad spin-off rewound time to explore small-time con man Jimmy McGill's gradual transformation into the slick lawyer who aided and abetted Walter White. Jimmy may have found momentary life stability on BCS with fellow lawyer Kim Wexler, but their relationship was doomed, as Jimmy landed behind bars, receiving a last visit from Kim in the Better Call Saul finale. Jimmy and Kim seemed to reach the end of their road together in that emotional final BCS episode, but series co-creator Gould thinks they could still have some kind of relationship in the future, though he doubts they would ever rekindle their romance. Gould gives his thoughts on Jimmy and Kim's potential future in Alan Sepinwall's new book Saul Goodman vs. Jimmy McGill, the complete critical companion to Better Call Saul, as excerpted in Rolling Stone. Gould begins by addressing how the last scene between Jimmy and Kim came together, revealing that it was a late addition to the teleplay. That sequence was not broken in the room. That was something I added as I was writing. What excited me about that was the sadness of it and the ambiguity of it. My hope and desire would be that the characters live on in the heads of the audience. So, a little bit of ambiguity is good. The door seems to be open on Jimmy and Kim having a future relationship, and for his part, Gould has a hard time imagining that they will never communicate with each other again. Gould thinks Jimmy will do well in prison, and believes there's hope for him to reunite with Kim in some manner, though he admits it's a long shot that they would ever be romantically involved again. What this means for Jimmy and Kim's possible future. The Breaking Bad universe is on ice for now. Any rekindling of Jimmy and Kim's relationship is contingent upon Gould and Gilligan firing up the Breaking Bad universe again. Unfortunately, there are no current plans for that to happen, and indeed Gilligan has admitted to being a little burned out on his signature creation, telling Variety back in 2023 that he is taking a break from Breaking Bad to pursue other projects. A spin-off focused on Jimmy and Kim is not guaranteed, even if Gilligan and Gould do go back to the Breaking Bad Better Call Saul well. But indeed, nothing has been taken off the table, except perhaps a Walter Jr. sequel spin-off, after Gilligan called such an idea depressing. Our take on Jimmy and Kim getting back together. Their relationship proved a little toxic. Jimmy and Kim smoke a cigarette in Better Call Saul. Jimmy and Kim may have a future together after Jimmy's jail stint ends, but in reality, their getting back together might be the worst thing that could happen. Their relationship may have started out strong, but Jimmy's corner-cutting tendencies ultimately led him down a dark path, with Kim first enabling him, and later becoming directly complicit in his ever more questionable activities. Things came to a tragic head in Better Call Saul Season 6, when Jimmy and Kim's plans led to the horrifying death of Howard Hamlin, forcing the pair to flee Albuquerque and take on new identities. Given how things shook out for the couple, it's safe to say their influence on each other was ultimately toxic. A new spin-off in which Jimmy and Kim grow as people, and are able to have a functional relationship free from criminal activity, might be a nice outcome for the characters, who perhaps deserve a little redemption. On the other hand, Jimmy and Kim just being happy and non-criminal together might be a little lacking in dramatic weight, after the intensity of their Better Call Saul experiences. Leaving the characters where they were at the end of the show is probably the best move Gould and Gilligan could make.